61st on that occasion. Well, he found the boundary. He has motored on nicely. Scotland moving on this parket worth 30. It's 64 for 1.
सर्वोत्तम सिमेन्ट सर्वोत्तम मजबुती प्राइम बिलेटबाट बनेको हरेक निर्माणको मेरुदण्ड पञ्चकन्या स्टिल यति कार्पेट किन्दा कार्पेटको पछाडि यतिको लोगो हेर्न नबिर्सिनुहोला यति कार्पेटको शहंशाह Grab a pound or two. QR code scan going. Yamaha FC V3 चित्त पोका पाउनुहोस् Right material, Mountain Dew.
So the bowling change coming. Sandeep Lamishani getting ready to come on. Yes, pretty well throughout this tournament. For 11 against Scotland. Scotland had all sorts of problems with them. And Scotland were skittled out for 97. It's a headband day.
I need one myself. I've got perspiration streaming.
Hormone afternoon for these players. That's wide. There's the reverse. It's in the air, but it's safe. They'll come through on the overthrow. And that is a very rare fielding error from the palm.
Yeah, there's been a couple of fielding errors today. Buzzers on this occasion. George Munsey opting for the reverse. He was probably a little bit fortunate that he didn't get more off that one. Gone straight to deep point.
Nicely through mid-wickets.
We've seen the last couple of games on this pitch. There are a lot of runs in it, and I have seen there was one ball a couple of overs ago that did seem to stay very low when it was Rajbanshi who was bowling. So it might be a little bit of variation in there.
Sheikh Brothers behind the wicket. Wicket-keeper and first slip. Scotland decide it's just a single. Constant rejigging of the field as these signals are exchanged.
Well, this is the advantage of having a left-hand, right-hand combination out in the middle, which is why I find it very interesting that they've gone with two left-handed openers.
There's the reverse sweep again.
This time just played very safely along the ground, knowing that Rupesh Singh is out there. Plays it so well. Been really good to see him bringing that shot out judiciously today. The other thing that they've done really well, Scotland, is just in eliminating the dot balls, even early. They've scored off every ball in this over.
Just 12 dot balls so far. As an 8 goes. There's a chase, they're going to come back. There's an overthrow escape back as well. And George Munsey wasn't even thinking about a second overthrow. When Scotland played Nepal the other day, they were 7 wickets down when they achieved this score. They were 73 for 1 after 7.
EMA 7 Intelligence that electrifies.
ज्ञान सोल्टी चावल खरिद गर्नुहोस् रु 2000 सम्मको क्यासब्याक पाउनुहोस्. क्यास पाए ज्ञान नै रोज्ने.
Panchakanya Pathware, luxury made affordable.
छुवाछुत भन्ने शब्द मेरो दिमागबाट हटाए पनि हटाए बरु हटाए मेरो दिमागबाटै हटाए
Any of these matches so far get 34 to open. Now Munsey and McMullen both in wrong nicely, 39 for 22 balls.
Yeah, and it's interesting. George Munsey was the main protagonist of that opening partnership with Mark Watt, but since Brandon McMullen came in, he's taken on the mantle, scoring very quickly. Very interesting, those fielding errors. That was great running between the wickets between these two, putting Nepal under pressure.
Driven away. Well, that's going to be close. Well, head over heels goes Brandon McMullen, and he needed to scamper.
Well, I was just talking about the running between the wickets. They've decided they're going to try and put them under pressure, clearly. But boy, oh boy, he had to hustle on the knees, and good old knee slide, almost football style. And had got the bat in there in the end. It's another good call from the umpire. Brian Moore's being put under the bump today.
Used the bat really well. There's the extension of the arm to make sure. Harrington Munsey. Top the legs. Bit more conventional, relaxed single this time.
But it's a couple of times we've seen as we have one more looked only just, but managed to with the slide, brilliant slide. I think it looks like a really deliberate ploy to just try and put these fielders under pressure. They've been pushing for those tight runs.
Is it right to say they're Nepaling Nepal? Because that's essentially what they're doing. Nepal go out there, they take these quick singles, they go for it. They're on the receiving end of such play.
Oh, they thought about it there. I think that would have been a push too far. And I think Scotland might have been a bit stung by one of the ODIs that they played. It was brilliant stop.
Good effort too. Opens up. It's the drive away. This has been a good shutdown over.
It has, but yeah, Nepal really ran Scotland ragged in one of the ODIs in Dundee, and I think that really frustrated them.
Munsey. Again, no worse than a single, so a good close down over from Dipenda Singh, but Scotland moving along nicely. 77 for 1 after 8.
सर्वोत्तम सिमेन्ट सर्वोत्तम मजबुती नेपाल टॉप को विकल्प छैन आजको जमानाको भरपर्दो माइक नेपाल टॉप सब ठिकठाक
ज्ञान सोल्टी चामल खरिद गर्नुहोस् रु 2000 सम्मको क्यासब्याक पाउनुहोस् क्यास पाए ज्ञान नै रोजे
स्वदेशमै विश्वस्तरीय शिक्षा वर्ल्ड क्लास एजुकेसन इन द होमल्यान्ड पेन्टागन एउटा गणेश संस्थाको रूपमा अगाडि जाओस्.
Hard pace to sustain, it's dropped to 9.6. But George Munsey not out, 38 from 21 balls, and Brandon McMullen's joined up, 18 balls, 25 runs. Munsey on strike. Shani. Back on the pitch.
I think Scotland will be absolutely delighted with this. Just the one wicket to fall, Mark Watt. Plenty of batting to come to be almost 80 the ninth.
Well, there was a shout, but there's more optimism than anything else. Scots the other day. do some hammering of him.
I think Scotland might have been a bit disappointed in some of the results in Dundee. A couple here as well. I just think they very, very determined to try and finish off this series today.
Again, the offside looks very busy. There's runs available down leg. Oh, the little swing. Again, that was almost played on.
Well, I think you might have to call that a mis-stumping because he was well out of his crease. Come a long way down. And I think he would have been out for all money if Asif Sheikh had taken that one.
Yeah, there's certainly runs just off the legs very quickly across. Henry.
It's been a better little period for the spinners. We'll see that man later on, Chris Greaves, rolling his arm over with a bit of leg spin himself. And chatting with Steve Snell. Oh, wide, slapped away, but only for the single. Good over from Lamajani, and after 9 overs, it's 81 for 1.
Proton EMAS 7. Intelligence that electrifies.
Panchakanya bathware. Luxury made affordable.
ज्ञान सोल्टी चावल खरिद गर्नुहोस् रु 2000 सम्मको क्यासब्याक पाउनुहोस् क्यास पाए ज्ञान नै रोजे
प्राइम बिलेटबाट बनेको हरेक निर्माणको मेरुदण्ड पञ्चकन्या स्टिल
DHI happier home. Today sahi.
Harry long in the full toss. McMillan just down a bit on.
Yeah, it's been a good couple of overs for Nepal, and it had to be as well because both George Munsey and Brandon McMullen were just running riot.
He's gone for that. It's high, it's long, and it's off to visit the pipe band who have gone back to school.
Can't pin him down for too long, George Munsey. That was as much power as it was timing. Lovely, clean strike. And, if there are any birds in that tree, they're in trouble.
Beautifully. 54. The partnership up for Scotland off just 36 balls. Some field adjustment, doesn't matter, it's just gone to exactly the same place. Muscle memory from George Munsey, and he hits his half century. 52 is up.
I think that was a catch off the roof. Well done to that member there. Let's see if we can have a look. Was it an outstanding crowd catch? It's on the roof. And yes, he has taken it. Well done, sir. Lovely work in the pavilion steps. Lovely hat too.
If I were him, I would have rubbed it in a little bit more to everybody else who was trying to cower and get out of the way. So yeah, nice hands. Scotland push on, 6 short of the 100. Well, Munsey try and go again. He will. It's 3 in a row. Absolutely blasted that one. Terrific batting in the 100 up for Scotland.
Well, sent up to his teammates. 3 sixes on the bounce. This is George Munsey at his belligerent, destructive best. Almost took out one of his teammates there. But my goodness, he's had enough. They were tied down for a couple of overs, but no more. Munsey on the rampage.
Well, you can do whatever you like with the field, but if he's going to punt it out the ground, there's not really a lot you can do. Well, he looks comfortable. Sometimes when your eyes on that, just skipping past. Right. Clips that away. Wow, what a terrific over that was for Scotland, rattling 20 from it for 101 4-1.
धरहरा भैरवा अन्तर्राष्ट्रिय विमानस्थल संसद भवन वीर अस्पताल र सीआईटी भवन जस्ता महत्त्वपूर्ण आधार स्तम्भ तथा भवनहरूको निर्माणलाई बलियो आधार दिँदै आएको सर्वोत्तम सिमेन्ट Grab a Mountain Dew. QR code scan bill. Yamaha FZ-V3 Chittemoga Bone Hose. Riding the trail, Mountain Dew.
After it has been so far. And how about this from George Munsey? Not once, not twice, but 3 times gloriously lifting the shots. And got it away deep. It's hard for the bowler when a man's in this kind of form. Up and it goes. 59. A change in the comment box as well. We have let Mel escape into the sunshine. Frizzell from Clydesdale Cricket Club has joined us. Good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon, nice to meet you.
It's been a really good 5 days worth of cricket, and it's been lovely to see that we've been able to play through in such fine weather. And of course, we're getting treated to a really good batting performance by Scotland here.
Yes, it's been very explosive actually, especially from Munsey. It's been a really, really good watch so far.
Nicely done from Scotland. How's your own season going?
It's alright, I've been taking some time off because I had exams after coming back from Pakistan with the women's squad, and now just getting back in. I've had an injury which is not ideal, but hopefully it wouldn't mean too much time off.
Munsey just tickles that off the legs. How hard do you find it mixing, international standard cricket and studying at the same time?
It's quite a hard balance, especially I'm studying medicine as well at uni, which is a demanding course in itself, but you just really need to manage your time as best as you can.
Down the wicket he goes. McMillan just thrashes that through and stops to admire it on the way through as well. He knew that was long for the boundary. It's a beautiful shot.
Yeah, it's a great shot. Right into the gap in between the two fielders.
What's been good to see for Scotland today is the fact they've actually managed to get a couple of players played in. Really, for some of these games, and I know you've been here because you've been working hard on the ground staff for it, that Scotland have really let one player in at a time. It's taken them a while, but they're motoring on 61 and 35 at the moment.
Yeah, it's great to see so many contributions as well in the team. They've got such a strong batting lineup and a lot of talent as well. It's lovely to see everyone contribute as well. Hopefully it'll lead to a win for today.
One of the things that's been interesting is that, the days off that these players have had. Your own experience, how do you like to treat your day off? Is it a chance just to forget about cricket, or do you go back and look at games again? What do you like to do?
It really depends. I guess if I'm at uni, I'll probably be studying. But if not, then yeah, I usually do try and go see my friends, get some time off. If there is an interesting game going on, I do watch it. I can't stay away from the cricket.
I don't blame you. Stay with us for now. It's 111 for 1 after 11. Scotland going well.
Proton EMAS 7. Intelligence that electrifies.
DHI happier home. छुट्टै छ है अब होटल बुकिङ पनि सेवाबाट मेरो बाटोली
His home in Teenage Prison. Nation keeps talent. Coming soon.
Really warm day in Glasgow today, and George Munsey has moved along rather nicely onto 61 of 33. Randy McMullen's not hanging about either, 36 from 24. And Mark Watkins, well, he was dropped early doors, then bowled by Singh for 9. That the only breakthrough for Nepal. It's the easiest of day to be a bowler. And get carted for 3 sixes in a row as well from Irie. That certainly isn't easy. But Frizzell is alongside me in the commentary box. The Women's World Cup qualifiers in Pakistan, getting ready for things. I mean, it's an experience as a cricketer. You just want to go and experience these things. How did it benefit you, though?
I found it like a very, very good experience. Really enjoyed it. We got to play against some of the best players in the world, like Hayley Matthews, and just having that experience was, I think, a big learning curve for our team. We did put up a really, really good performance, got to show.
De Gallen, just for a single. What I find interesting speaking to professional sports people is the good ones step up. Even when you think you're playing better opposition, does that raise you up as well? Does that raise your game?
Yeah, definitely. It increases the standards of the whole game as well. You're forced to adapt early, especially playing better players. And just in general, you learn so much from watching all these players play, and it's very, very good to build your game as well.
DeCal comes in. I think we'll safely say that's a wide. Nobody means to bowl like that, but that was certainly a little bit away. It's difficult, isn't it? Because you're trying to learn things as an individual, but you're also trying to learn as a team. And it's almost a juxtaposition, isn't it? You're trying to figure out your own career, but you're also trying to see how your teammates are learning around you.
Yeah, I think that's just the beauty of team sport. I think cricket's actually very unique in that way. It's very individual as well as a very team sport, but I think you learn through each other, which is one of the great things about it.
Alan, there's a little swipe that's been taken behind. And how have you enjoyed this week being on the ground staff? That's something a little bit different, isn't it?
Yeah, it is actually. I've been doing I've been helping Martin a lot during club games sometimes last season, but never to this much of an extent, but it's been cool. It's been very nice also just being able to walk between the players. You never usually get to do that, which is quite cool.
Yeah, it's one of these sports, isn't it? It doesn't matter whether you're watching men's cricket or women's cricket, you can still learn and pick up different things. And you being on the ground staff this week, you can see all the preparation and the different ways that some of the teams go about it. The Callan. Strike. Scotland will just settle for a single. Have you picked up, Nepal? I love watching Nepal, as they warm up. They look the fastest fielding side I've seen in a long time, and they're really intense in their warm-up.
Yeah, exactly, and they're out much earlier than a lot of the other teams as well, which is very interesting to see. They seem like they're always ready to go, just quick, immediately, from what we've seen.
2 to come. Scotland will settle for a single, and the other debut that you've made this year, of course, is your cricket commentary debut. Will we hear you on Test Match Special in the next few years?
Can't promise anything. Don't know how this one's going, but I'm hoping so. Maybe we'll never know.
Two to go, due to the wide ball. Scotland again just got a little bit bogged down in this over. This is good bowling. There's the movement, it's high, it's in the air, and it's gone. Scotland needed that. They were just starting to get a little bit bogged down here, so that's a lovely blow again.
Yeah, it's great to just relieve that pressure, but
absolute no doubter from George Munsey. It's his 5th and 6th of the innings. He moves to 68. Last ball of the over. It's been an absolute pleasure for you to join us here in the box. We've enjoyed it. Scotland have managed to knock a few runs in there as well, and they'll get a few more here. That one going all the way to the boundary. Good luck with the cricket. Passing our best to the squad and keep steady and hard as well. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Scotland 125 for 1 after 12.
सर्वोत्तम सिमेन्ट सर्वोत्तम मजबूती
पंचकन्या एसएस ट्याग 10 वर्षदेखि गुणस्तरीय सेवामा समर्पित
ज्ञान सोल्टी चामल खरिद गर्नुहोस् रु 2000 सम्मको क्यासब्याक पाउनुहोस् ज्ञान पाए ज्ञान नै रोज
यति कार्पेट किन्दा कार्पेटको पछाडि यतिको लोगो हेर्न नबिर्सिनुहोला यति कार्पेट कार्पेटको शहंशाह
ओइ बन्छु यो नि
नेपाल टपको विकल्प छैन आजको जमानाको भरपर्दो पाइ नेपाल टप सब ठिकठाक
And there's a familiar voice returns into the commentary box. Foul. Back alongside me as Kushal Bertel gets ready to come on.
I feel so inadequate because I don't have a beautiful Scottish lilt. Now you've got my horrible Australian twang.
I never said that.
No, that's how I feel. I love your accent. I love Scottish accents. All of them. Everyone. I also love watching what George Munsey's doing at the moment, by the way.
He's been terrific. Moved on to 72. That's clouted back down the ground. The ball smuggled back. Scotland will come back for the second again. There's that pressure that Scotland are putting on. Holland moves on to 40.
Yeah, they've just looked in the mood. I said that early on that George Munsey looked in the mood, and I think Scotland do as well. It's been a patchy couple of weeks for them. Seen them at their best at times, and then at others, just things not quite clicking. But they're doing everything right today, especially this pair. It's been absolutely brutal striking.
Little bobble for the single.
For Nepal, it's really put them under pressure. I just saw Stuart Law came down and was just prowling on the outfield, just outside the boundary road before while I was off air, and just a few little fumbles in the field. We've seen overthrows. Not often you see buzzers when Nepal are fielding. So just like a couple of things that they'd like to fix up.
There's the sweep. There's it's lofted, and this is a man who's in a mood, George Munsey. That's a lovely stroke. Absolutely composed, no danger. The 100 partnership is up.
Well, George Munsey's got the ball on a string. He went early, set himself up, and he's basically got the entire field to choose from at the moment. He's got every stroke in his armoury. And when you see him sweeping and reverse sweeping like this, it is absolutely brilliant to watch.
Gone for the reverse again. It's in the air, it's long. There's two men out there. And the catch is taken over the shoulder. And it's the again, Roy Fidel. It's across. It's the end of George Munsey's afternoon. It's a wonderful 78, which included 6 sixes and 5 fours. But he's gone.
Well, this time he went for the reverse again, but just top-edged it. No fielding errors there. The captain making sure of it. But what a brilliant innings it has been from George Munsey. It really has been him at his belligerent best, striking at a rate of 200, and he has given Scotland a best.
नेपाल टपको विकल्प छैन आजको जमानाको भरपर्दो पाइ नेपाल टप सब ठिकठाक
यो तेरो सुँगुरे थुतुनी नचलाइकन एक डबाका चाट हाल्न दे
बिहान बिहान कुकुरले गुखाएको छैन होला तिमीलाई चाड
धनपुरे टोल
सर्वोत्तम सिमेन्ट सर्वोत्तम मजबूती
ज्ञान सोल्टी चामल खरिद गर्नुहोस् रु 2000 सम्मको क्यासब्याक पाउनुहोस् ज्ञान पाए ज्ञान नै रोज
He's really been an inspirational leader for Scotland as well. Not much the players wouldn't do for Richie Berrington. He inspires so much loyalty from them, love from the fans. Munsey deserves a very cold drink to put his feet up for a bit. After that, Richie Berrington now. Again, a good player of spin. We might see the sweeps continue.
That's full, but it's dispatched. They'll settle just for a single. Well, a good breakthrough for Nepal. Kushal Bertel, he's been great with the bat. Helping out with the ball. Didn't take a wicket in his 4 overs against Scotland the other day as Scotland fell just a 97 all out. That just sneaks its way away. Scotland cross again. Well, the over had all the excitement. It had a drive to the boundary, a beautiful 6, but it was to be the last run scored by George Munsey. He's dismissed. Scotland have moved on to 136 for 2.
Proton EMAS 7. Intelligence that electrifies. Grab a Mountain Dew. QR code scan going. Yamaha FC V3 जितने होगा powerhouse. Right with thrill, Mountain Dew.
DHI happier home. छुट्टै छ है.
Your soft drink heats up very quickly. And just change the taste profile just a little bit.
You're struggling all of a sudden. I had to go and get a cold water. It is very, very warm. George Munsey can try and cool off now. Seen some real brilliance from him, that 191 in the last ODI in Dundee, albeit in a losing cause, and then that innings today. High entertainment, high class, high power.
He's gone. Well, he stepped out. Didn't make contact. And McMullen has bowled Lamashani.
Yes,
for 42.
Sandeep Lamichhanele
It has not been
direct
a good
ball.
last 6 balls for Scotland. They've lost the men who built the platform. George Munsey
खतरनाक खिलाड़ी बल्ला आउट.
gone within 4 balls of each other.
This is a great fight back from Nepal. That ball just going straight on. And McMullen
जे गर्छ लामिछाने
for the
हाम्रो
turn.
राजाले गर्छ.
Well and truly out of his crease for the most simple stumping possible.
नेपाल टॉप को विकल्प छैन. आजको जमानाको भरपर्दो पाइ. नेपाल टॉप सब ठिकठाक.
यसमा राहको फिला मिसाउनु पाए बडा गच्चा बुन्थ्यो होला है बुढी.
राहको फिला चाहिँ होइन, मेरो फिला मिसाइदिन्छु अनि खाऊ मजाले.
धनपुर रेटोल.
के तपाईलाई थाहा छ मेरो व्यस्त सोशल लाइफ र प्रोडक्टिभिटीलाई म कसरी मेन्टेन गर्छु? मलाई चाहिन्छ रिलायबल र सही कनेक्सन.
हाम्रो राजा लामिछानेले
विश्वासिलो छ.
विकेट लिएकोमा सबैजनाले लाइक गर्न पर्यो है.
Would have said that before the match in the coin toss. They just, whatever the finish line is, they'll do whatever they need to do to get themselves in that position. They're so good at doing that. So they know that these conditions will be just as good for them when they come out to bat. But Sandeep Lamachani coming in, taking the wicket first ball. Good moment now for Nepal. 2 new batters at the crease.
4 for 11 the other day. Really tied Scotland down, dispatched men back to the pavilion. And that fall of wicket number 234 for wicket 336. And it is a brand new partnership out there now. I had mentioned to you, Mel, that Scotland would have been happy that despite George Munsey going out there, Brandon McMullen, who played himself in nicely, and all of a sudden, 2 men knew that's high, it's in the air, but it's safe, there's nobody around there. That will run all the way through for 4.
Oh, it is that old adage, 1 brings 2. certainly worked in that case, but Barrington, such a good player of spin, was calculated, knew there was no one down there, just had to get it fine enough.
Short fine leg, but there's not a deep fine leg out there. So, if you do get the shot correct, you reap rewards. Scotland will do well just to stay there again. It's a really quick hit.
यो च्यानलबाट सधैँ नेपालको खेलहरू लाइभ हुन्छ सबैजनाले सब्स्क्राइब पनि गर्दै जाउँ है सब्स्क्राइब कम भएर भ्युअर लिमिट भनिरहेको छ सब्स्क्राइब पनि गरिदिउँ है साथीहरू
Very good from Lamachani. He's just got those variations, and he's got one that's almost looks like the googly, but they were explaining to me, Nepal, it's actually a fast leg spinner. Hard to pick.
Again, you're a bit safe. Scotland come through again. Well, Lamachani has now taken 9 wickets in this tournament, top wicket taker. Scotland have been eased up a little. It's 142 for 3.
सर्वोत्तम सिमेन्ट सर्वोत्तम मजबुती प्राइम बिलेटबाट बनेको हरेक निर्माणको मेरुदण्ड पञ्चकन्या स्टिल
यार सोल्टी चावल खरिद गर्नुहोस् रु 2000 सम्मको क्यासब्याक पाउनुहोस् क्यास पाए क्या नै रोज
Panchakanya bathwear, luxury made affordable. अब होटल बुकिङ पनि सेवाबाट
यति कार्पेट किन्दा कार्पेटको पछाडि यतिको लोगो हेर्न नबिर्सिनु होला यति कार्पेट कार्पेटको शहंशाह
Well, the run rate is healthy, it's 10.1, but Scotland with a loss of Munsey and McMillan now turn to Bennington and McCreath to see if they can get things moving. A tidier bowling spell. And Munsey comes on from the Meldrum Gardens end and will bowl to the Scottish skipper. Comes that away.
Yeah, so now it's just a very stage now. Just under 6 overs left. 2 new batters in at the crease, but Scotland looking to really push this on. Finlay McCreath often likes to take a little while to get himself into his innings. See there, just playing defensively. So it's a bit of a challenge for Finlay McCreath. Still finding his way in the national team. Coming into the side this year after a great tour in Zimbabwe.
Comes down the wicket. Scored well on his debut against the Netherlands, 40, made just 2 against Nepal. Like yesterday against the Netherlands, got himself in for 10 and then was dismissed. It's in the air, there's a shout to catch it, and it is taken. Lamachani stretches out the arms.
ललित राजवंशीबाट विकेट आयो
Takes the wicket. McCreath has gone for
हाम्रो लामिछाने राजाले
Yeah, it just looked a little
क्याच
bit
लिएका छन्
scratchy from Finlay McCreath at the start. Trying to unleash, but just popping that ball up. Good take on the run. Trying to know where that had gone. He was just trying to sweep that down through mid-wicket. Square leg, but in the end,
भ्युअर लिमिट भनिरहेको छ साथीहरू कृपया सब्स्क्राइब पनि गरिदिनु होला अब आउने दिनमा लगातार नेपालको खेलहरू लाइभ हुनेछ सब्स्क्राइब पनि गरिदिनु होला सबैमा अनुरोध गर्छु
प्राइम बिलेटबाट बनेको हरेक निर्माणको मेरुदण्ड पञ्चकन्या स्टिल
बिहान सोल्टी चामल खरिद गर्नुहोस् रु 2000 सम्मको क्यासब्याक पाउनुहोस् क्यास पाए क्या नै रोज
यति कार्पेट किन्दा कार्पेटको पछाडि यतिको लोगो हेर्न नबिर्सिनुहोला यति कार्पेटको शहंशाह सर्वोत्तम सिमेन्ट सर्वोत्तम मजबुती
For 7 against the Netherlands. Has batted better 46 against Nepal. That was a total of 97.
Yeah, it's been good to see for Michael Lees because he just could not buy a run for a little period there. And boy, oh boy, has he found his form.
Nothing will come from that.
And the US and the Netherlands, I think in particularly, he's bowled well all the way through, but just to see him return to his best with the bat.
46 twice in this series. He's now going to get the opportunity to get things moving again. Scotland are 143 for 4 after 15 overs.
Proton EMA 7 Intelligence that electrifies
हाम्रो परिवारलाई कसैको पनि नराम्रो नजर लाग्नु यदि कसैले नराम्रो नजर लगाउन खोज्छ भने त्यसको म हेर्ने आँखा नै फुटाइदिन्छु
स्वदेशमै विश्वस्तरीय शिक्षा वन क्लास एजुकेसन इन द होमल्यान्ड पेन्टागन एउटा अग्रगण्य संस्थाको रूपमा अगाडि जाओस्
Yeah, coming at a really good time. It's been a fantastic fight back from Nepal. You sense it would always happen at some point.
Patel to continue. Swept away with some work here. Back out, gets round, picks Scotland through for a couple. Down the ground, that could be a catch. Lokesh Bam.
Yes, very wicket.
Takes it beautifully, driven up through mid-off.
नेपाल गेममा फर्किएको छ सुरुको अवस्था हेर्दाखेरि त 300 रन पुरोला जस्तो देखिएको थियो तर नेपालले राम्रो कमब्याक गरेको छ
Barrington has been so strong on the sweep, he decides to come down the pitch and just picks out long on. Met it on the full too. He'll be disappointed that he missed out there. Barrington, Lokesh Bam made sure of that one. And the fight back is on.
नेपालले विकेट लिएको खुसियालीमा सबैजनाले च्यानल सब्स्क्राइब गरिदिनुहोस् है त आउने गेमहरु पनि लगातार लाइभ हुनेछ यो च्यानलबाट त्यसैले सब्स्क्राइब गरिदिनुहोस् है सबैजनाले
विकल्प छैन आजको जमानाको भरपर्दो परे नेपाल टप सब ठीकठाक Proton EMA 7 Intelligence that electrifies
त्यो तेरो सुँगुरे थुतुने नचलाइ काने एक डबाका चढाल न
यहाँ नबेर कुकुरले कुखाएको छैन होला तिमीलाई चाड
As well with Richie Barrington fighting off illness. Did a great job. Would love to contribute again today. He's been in good form with the bat in general. He's looked really busy.
Plenty of room on the leg side.
Typically just off the mark very early.
सब्सक्राइबर कम भएर धेरैजना लाइभमा जोडिन सक्नु भएको छैन। सबै साथीहरूलाई सब्सक्राइब गरिदिनु हुन अनुरोध गर्दछु।
So has the ability to clear the rope now. Michael Leask, does he go downtown as well? That is his hitting zone. Lokesh Bam still back on the road but long on.
तपाईहरुले सब्स्क्राइब गरिदिनु भयो भने अरु साथीहरु पनि लाइभमा जोडिन पाउनुहुनेछ।
That is absolutely turned right down the middle for 6. Lokesh Bam was a spectator as much as anybody else for that one. Scotland get the 150 up.
So decides to go to long off instead. But it's always around that V, isn't it? Nice help from the spectators as well, just in case anyone was wondering where that ball landed.
It's the 8th, 6th that Scotland have had. Has he got him? Well, there's the appeal, but it's not given. Can't quite believe it.
No, there was a shake from the umpire straight away, Ryan Moore. He's had a busy day today. Was also Ian McDonald was square at the time. Wasn't budging either.
Fill in again. The sweep was attempted, but there'll be no run there. That's a good over. There was a 6 given away, but again tidy from Nepal. Scotland with 4 to come, 152 for 5.
सर्वोत्तम सिमेन्ट, सर्वोत्तम मजबुती।
DHI happier home. छुट्टै छ है।
यसमा राहुको फिला मिसाउनु पाए बडा कच्चा बन्ती होला नि बडी।
राहुको फिला चाहिँ हैन, मेरो फिला मिसाइदिन्छु अनि खाऊ मजाले।
धनपुर रेटोल।
के तपाईलाई थाहा छ मेरो व्यस्त सोशल लाइफ र प्रोडक्टिभिटीलाई म कसरी मेन्टेन गर्छु? मलाई चाहिन्छ रिलायबल र सही कनेक्सन। डिश होमको इन्टरनेट भरपर्दो र विश्वासिलो छ।
78, 39 by Munsey. Mullen also ferocious early, 42 of 30. But Nepal, they've fought back. Butel with 2 wickets. The others shared around.
Well, Scotland are going to have to figure out when they get things moving. They were on target with the run rate for a score. Around about 208, that's dropped to expected 190. Pushed away by Cross. Doing enough to discourage Scotland from going for a second.
Well, yeah, he was absolutely rapid, as he always is. A tiger. Prowling on that circle, just in that backward point position. But you often do see the best fielders. I wonder if they're going to take on Lamachani or if they'll be happy to see him off. Got 3.4 overs left.
It's proved difficult for the Scots to play this week. There's the cut. Again. Coming through for a single.
They can end up getting maybe 6 off this over. From Lamachani and feel that they'll both be there at the end of it. Just be happy to see him finish his spell.
For the fielder to do, comes round well. Good job, that help. Gets that in quickly. Draws the applause.
They're not taking any real risks against Sandy Blamachani at the moment. Still managed to keep it ticking over though.
Scotland will say no to that one, so 1 ball. They have moved through. Scotland getting stuck down a little bit, 158 for 5, 3 overs to come.
Proton EMA 7. Intelligence that electrifies.
Banya bathware, luxury made affordable.
His home internet present. Nation keeps talent. Coming soon.
यार सोल्टी चावल खरिद गर्नुहोस् रु 2000 सम्मको क्यासब्याक पाउनुहोस् क्यास पाए क्या नेरो
Least and Cross moving things, 13 off 10 balls. And Banshee to come from the Kirkcaldy Road end. Will he be the one that Scotland decide to try and pick on? It's been pretty economical. 1 for 22 against the Netherlands, 2 for 20 against Scotland. The Netherlands picked on him a little bit more yesterday. For 39. Final over. More line. Match.
The attention was there from Michael Leask, you could see as he came down the track, but just playing that one along the ground. But it's got the feel, the calm before an explosion.
Safe enough. Bam comes in. Singles are all very well, but Scotland are going to have to try and find the boundary rope at some point.
I don't think Michael Leask is going to play out the rest of this in singles, I can tell you that much.
I mean, look round, see where the deep fielders are. Can make contact, knew what he wanted to do.
Yeah, looking to launch. You can almost see it bristling out of him, can't you?
Nine from 9 balls so far. Comes down the ground, but again, just plays her away. And coming in from deep mid wicket.
Rajvanshi doing so well here. He knows that Leask is trying to set himself up, and he's just following him, making late adjustments, making it really hard for him to really go for that big shot.
Comes that off his legs, but again, hear the shout coming from Scotland saying it's just the one.
Matt Cross actually wanted 2 there, but Michael Leask had his back turned. He was watching that ball. I think he wants one more go. One more go at Rajbanshi. No boundary off this over.
Boundary starting hard to come from Scotland. Just 27 runs from the last 5 overs. A loss of 3 wickets. Goes for that time, it's high, it's in the air, and it's all the way through. It's a glorious strike, all the way for 6. He's not hanging about, Michael Leask. He's decided to get things moving. Scotland move on to 168 for 5.
धरहरा भैरवा अन्तर्राष्ट्रिय विमानस्थल संसद भवन वीर अस्पताल र सीआईटी भवन जस्ता महत्त्वपूर्ण आधार स्तम्भ तथा भवनहरूको निर्माणलाई बलियो आधार हुँदै आएको सर्वोत्तम सिमेन्ट। Grab a Mountain Dew. QR code scan गरी Yamaha FC V3 जित्ने मौका पाउनुहोस्। Rightly Trail Mountain Dew.
Well, 2 overs to go. And Scotland, well, they've dropped about 30 runs in their expected total. They were pushing on for around about 208. And they need more of this.
Well, we knew that he wanted to launch Michael Leask and he picked out a long boundary, but when he gets those levers swinging, he can hit it as far as anyone. That was a terrific strike. 2 overs to go. I think we'll see a bit more of that as well, but it does open up the risk of a wicket.
Rupesh Singh for his 3rd over. There's a big shout there, just come through to Gully.
Well, that was most assuredly going down leg side, which is why the bowler wasn't interested in having anything to do with that appeal. He's done a great job with many teams around the world, Stuart Law, most famously with that US side that got to the Super 8s last year and the ICC Men's T20 World Cup. What an achievement that was. Brilliant work with the Americans, and he wants to try and replicate that with Nepal, who themselves have an exciting T20 World Cup, almost knocked over South Africa.
That's well fielded. Scotland have to be quick. Potential overthrow. Adele went for the stumps and Scotland come back for 2.
It's the 3rd time we've seen overthrows, and Goodell knows that. He was very, very close. He absolutely hammered that ball. It was well picked up, and it would have been gone for all money. Michael Leask, in the end, ends up getting another. Just a pressure.
Small margins as well. Leask on strike. Sing from the Meldrum Gardens end.
Whistles through. Also, don't forget, Podell had effected an incredible direct hit run out yesterday in that game against Netherlands. But they need to keep this scoring going. They need some big shots, Scotland. Nepal doing everything they can to restrict them.
They took out Noah Crows yesterday for 5. Back down the ground.
Bit of evasive action from that cross there. The question here, does Matt Cross go himself, or does he try and get Leask down to have one more go at seeing?
Cross off his legs. What's the danger with a straight just down there? Just get it tickled round the corner. It's beautifully done.
So he does decide to go himself, and just using the pace of the ball, just had to direct it. So that one shot, over swings back in Scotland's favour.
Scotland have to be looking 190 minimum here. Just be a single, so Scotland are going to have to open up for this final over. Scotland 177 for 5, 1 over to come.
Proton EMA 7. Intelligence that electrifies.
Panchakanya bathwear, luxury made affordable.
यति कार्पेट किन्दा कार्पेटको पछाडि यतिको लोगो हेर्न नबिर्सिनुहोला। यति कार्पेटको शहंशाह, प्राइम बिलेटबाट बनेको हरेक निर्माणको मेरुदण्ड, पञ्चकन्या स्टिल।
ज्ञान सोल्टी चामल खरिद गर्नुहोस् रु 2000 सम्मको क्यासब्याक पाउनु। क्यास पाए ज्ञान नै रोज्नु।
Final game yesterday, Scotland and Nepal. Scotland were on target for over 200. That's dropped back a little bit, and the reason for that, those 4 dots, the wickets falling, just bringing Scotland to a little bit of a shuddering halt. But they've got Michael Leask and Matt Cross out there, both scoring better than a run of ball at the moment. It's guided away, just be a single.
That has been really good from Nepal, and the death as well. What Leask and Cross have done though is they've actually just kept it ticking over even when the big shot hasn't been on. They would dearly love for Michael Leask to unleash here.
Does so. Okay, Bam will chase Scotland, will come through for a second. Bam will give way to the skipper. Will come through for 2.
Still just 2, they'll take that, Nepal, at this stage.
I have to say, selfishly, I was hoping that Scotland would get over to that 200 simply because the fun that we could have watching the ball chasing that target. I mean, this will be fun, don't get me wrong, but they might have just had to go a little bit earlier. Arian, full toss, absolutely hammered away. And bring that one back. 4, just bounce inside the rope.
Well, go find it first. That was an absolute gift from Irie. Just let off the pressure with a full toss. And there was only ever one way Michael Leask was going to send that. Absolutely smoked on a scorching day.
Long boundary another day, that's easily 6. Well, that's racing its way away. Good fielding. Scotland through for a couple. That wide was given. So there will be another ball after that.
Irie just coming under a little bit of pressure now here.
Again, there's an awful lot of space out there. Patel, and he's got a great arm, they're not going to risk it.
Rohit knows that is where Michael Leask really loves to hit, anywhere in that, anywhere from long on around to deep mid-wicket is his hot zone, you might call it. Only 2 balls remaining, and Cross on strike, so now Cross has to go.
Oh, that's a mistake in the field. Goes all the way through for 4. And he's now conceded 50 runs from 3.5 overs. That's his worst figures of the week, but that's just a fielding mistake. It's a bad one.
Yeah, Lokesh Bam on that occasion. Looked like it was comfortably stopped, just maybe a little bit of a tricky bounce that almost took out our cameraman as well. Dangerous out there.
Great fielding from the cameraman. Scotland will run it through. There's no throw.
पहिलो इनिङ समाप्त भएको छ दोस्रो इनिङमा फेरि यही च्यानलमा लाइभ गरिनेछ सबै साथीहरु भेटौँ है
when the Nepalese go out to bat. Hope you're enjoying all the action here in Glasgow. Scotland finishing